All right, people, we are back, man. I thought we'd just have enough of the intro for the time, man. Under the lens, views on sport. We have a guest. Big him up, Bailage Sports. Hope you're well, man. How you doing, bro?
Big up views, big up views, big up the channel, man. First of all, thank you for having me on, bro. Appreciate the hookup, you know. So like I told you before off stream, you know, man's been watching your streams and that, and I've been respecting the work. So I'm happy to be here, man. I'm happy to be here.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Big up the one and only AJ in here nice and early. We got Bailage's link there. So let me just quickly pop over to here and get that pinned up properly. And his name is in the title as well. So make sure you're clicking that and going to show him some love. Playback gang, I'm going to need you as well. But big up to you, AJ. Obviously, I've shared it out. Anyone that comes in, share it out. I think it's going live on Bailage's channel as well, man. So let's get into this, bro. I mean, I normally just like to ask my guests, obviously, about their journey. Not just Arsenal guests. I have all types of guests on. But obviously, you are an Arsenal fan. So what was your first exposure to the club, bro?
Family still. That was it's a family thing, innit? My dad supported Arsenal, so yeah, man, it's one of them ones. I won't even say like I had a choice, but I kind of did, innit? But I kind of just, went with the flow. You know what I'm saying, innit? Like, yeah, and them times that Arsenal were winning, innit? You know what I mean, innit? Like those were literally the glory days. Like I can still remember the last Premier League trophy. I know most of us can't remember it. Well, most fans nowadays don't remember the last Premier League trophy, but I still remember that one there. And yeah, man, that's kind of like the main reason why I supported Arsenal, especially Thierry Henry as well, innit? Favorite player of all time in my eyes, personally. Obviously, greatest Premier League player as well. So yeah, man, that was my main introduction to Arsenal Football Club. In the early years. So I won't say it was like this is the team I want to support, but I decided to stick with it.
I get it. That's cool. Are you a London boy?
Yeah.
So that's calm. That's calm. Because obviously the same for me. Obviously, always been in North London or Northwest London. You know what I'm saying? And just like my dad in it is what got me into the club. So first pictures, I'm in Arsenal stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So so it's always good, man. Family for me, that's the right way to get into your club, man. Give me like a good early memory of Arsenal for you, or something that sticks with you from kind of like your early days.
It would definitely be lifting the trophy, our last Premier League trophy. That's my earliest memory of Arsenal. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna front, which probably made it the reason why I supported them. You get what I'm saying, innit? Like when we actually won that season, 2004 season, 2005 season, when we won that season, I was like, raw, like, you know what I mean? Like, this guy actually supports a good team. You know what I mean? So I saw the happy, like, I think it was just the happiness around me them times there. I was like, oh, raw. Yeah, nah, I'm gonna go with this still. So yeah, that was my earliest memory, I would say, of Arsenal Football Club winning. And then I'm not even gonna lie to you, just right after that, it was downhill after that, bro. Because all I can remember was our main players being sold right after winning the trophy, bro.
Right.
That's all I can remember.
It's dark. It's dark. I know it's dark, bro. Yeah, obviously, I can guess that I'm probably a bit older than you if that was kind of like an earlier memory for you. How old was I in 2004? I think I was like 20, coming on 21. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how long ago it was that we lifted the title. I'd seen other stuff, you know what I'm saying, before that, you know what I mean, cup doubles and things like that. What's a bad memory for you, bro? Was you old enough to remember the Champions League final?
Bro, that's the worst memory ever, bro. The worst memory ever till this day. Haunts me. Random red card because man kicked the ball.
Yeah,
like refs being paid, crookeries, bro. Same thing with PGMOL or whatever you want to call those guys. The same issue with the refs, the PGMOL, whatever. Just crookeries. Just doing an absolute madness, bro. Man's getting a red card because he's trying to score. Man's telling you I can't hear, bro. Rescind it then.
Rescind it, yeah.
Rescind it, bro. I can't hear you. Like, bro, the noise is too much.
It's
What
a
I
lot
can remember
going
was
on.
Van Persie, like, yo, like.
Yeah, it's peak. There was a lot going on, bro, and that one sticks with me still. And obviously my dad, you know, rest in peace. He was what obviously got me into the team, and he was just like after that, he's like, bro, after that finals, like, I don't know if we're gonna get back here. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what you're saying. And obviously since then and now we haven't. We got so close. Last season we got so close, and we'll all get into the Champions League and stuff with you. But obviously, I just like to get introduced with your Arsenal journey and kind of what got you into the club, man. So let's talk about today then, my guy. Let's talk about where you feel that the club is currently and what you feel like they got in your interpretation, because we all interpret things different. You know, where do you feel like the club is? Are we in a good place? What's the goals?
Love that. For me personally, right, you know, I think the club's in a good place. And why I say that is simply because you have to take a number of things into consideration. Now, if we look at, obviously, I know the fan base is really split right now. Some man like Yasser and Rashid and them man will tell me I'm under the I'm on the fence. I'm one of them brothers. That's what they'll tell you, innit? Okay. There's the Arteta outers, there's the Arteta inners, and then there's the on the fence brothers, innit?
Right.
But
right.
You know what? I don't even see it as an on the fence thing, because my thing is, right, what Arteta has done for us, obviously up until now, has been progress. We're not gonna like disrespect the man for the job that he's actually done, because he's taken us out of the mud, like facts. I don't know who else you want to argue with, but from battling for fourth under Wenger for how many years to then going eighth and being, you know what I mean, being a banter club for how many years to now where we're getting shagged by VAR and the PGMO, and them man are doing stuff to hinder our performances, you know, like how they almost robbed us yesterday in regards to VAR and that. And they've done that twice at Newcastle, but no one ever brings up the first time when the ball went out of play at Newcastle, but somehow, you know what I mean, it was all okay. No one mentions the shenanigans that happened at Newcastle 2 seasons ago when what happened with Gabriel, that the goal, bro, it was just a madness, isn't it? There were 3 incidences. That's what I can remember for that Newcastle game, and all decisions went against us. But that season, people will say, "Oh, we dropped points against the West Ham and we dropped points against these men, and that's the reason." How about bringing up that reason? No one ever brings that up. No one ever brings up the last season, the first few games, or the random red cards that Arsenal players are getting and we'll never see again. You know what I'm saying? No one brings up these stuff when it comes to arguing about Arsenal, right? But it's always about the negatives and we should be doing better. And I understand that. I personally think we should be doing better. And last season was a bit of an anomaly because, as far as I'm concerned, we didn't challenge, not once. You know what I'm saying? We stayed second the whole season.
Yeah, we can agree on that.
I'm saying we didn't challenge, bro. We stayed second whole season. Liverpool ran away with it in December. Like, so last year was an anomaly. Injuries, all of that stuff. Whatever way you want to look at it, innit? My thing is, we can forget about last season. But the 2 previous seasons before, we should have went further. Now, we didn't, and that happens, right? Things happen. But I feel like Arteta is a manager that learns from his mistakes. And as much as Arteta annoys me, Arteta does learn from his mistakes. But he's also one of those guys that likes to do things his way. And he tries, or he will try to force it in that specific way. So, yeah, this is how things go. You know what I mean, innit? Like, in terms of... When I say he's the sort of manager that likes to force things, like the whole Moreno in CAM, man played it 3 times. He done that formation 3 times in a row, twice against Big Six, and then one against who was it? I can't remember who it was that he did it against. Bilbao. Yeah, Bilbao, and obviously we won that game. But then that brother now tried to use that as an example, saying, yeah, you know, this is why I'm playing, you know, this is why I fielded this formation. But really and truly, bro, you've done it 3 times, and out of the 3 times, we drawn 1, lost 1, and won 1. So it's clearly not a good formation.
Right.
Hence why, if you look at yesterday, he might have changed it. Because I don't know, I was on Mo and Hassam's stream the other day, and a couple of Arsenal fans were telling man, they wanted Moreno in CAM because Moreno, that's when that same midfield that everyone has been screaming Arteta should not play is the same midfield everyone wanted at Newcastle. And I'm sitting there thinking, how are you telling me this is what you want at Newcastle, bro? This makes no sense. The brother has tried it how many times? Has shown the proof is not in the pudding, bro. There's no proof here. There's no proof in the pudding. You know what I mean, bro? So don't come and tell me you want to see Moreno at CAM when I don't want to see Moreno at CAM. AJ says, Baylor, simple question. If Arteta doesn't win this season, would you sack him? Would I sack Arteta for not winning this season? I think I wouldn't. Sack him.
I have a difficult crowd over here anyway.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't sack him.
Shit, bro. Talk your shit. This is your show, isn't it?
I wouldn't sack him. And there's a reason why I wouldn't sack him. Because it depends on where we finish. Like, if we don't win anything this season, but we finish 4th, I'll sack him immediately. Because we've regressed. You get what I'm saying? We regressed so far back. We've gone further than we did last season. Yeah? So that's a reason to sack him. But if we then go again, and let's just say somehow we end up being second by 1 point, and then again we get to the semi-final of the Champions League, I'm not going to sack him, bro. Because, like, he's shown that he can almost do it. How many times? Obviously. No, but it's true, though. Man are going to tell me, this almost. How many times are we going to be on almost? And I agree with that. I agree with that mindset.
What's it going to take for you then, bro? Maybe we should ask you that. What's it going to take for, because you say obviously you're on the fence. When I first came into YouTube, my first ever stream, I was on Never a Foul. Yeah. And I said, I was like you. I said, I don't know. I can appreciate certain things that my man's done, but he's a novice at the same time, la-di-da. I'm kind of in the middle. They said, nah, you're either one or the other. That was coming from rivals. What's it gonna take for you then, bro? Because obviously, and this kind of segues into my question, because obviously I was gonna ask about the champs, and we'll get into all of that still. And the manager, like, is he the right guy for you? And what makes it that? You're saying it's because you'd say it's regression if we went down to 3rd or 4th. But if we finish 2nd for the 4th time in a row, you'd still think that was all right?
I wouldn't accept it, because there's a reason why. It's tough to say, because you can never predict how the season goes. You get what I'm saying? And no one has the right to win at the end of the day. Bro, how many teams are competing for the trophy? We're literally all competing for a trophy. So you can't really tell me, bro, it's by force you have to win it. It's the same way. Obviously, I didn't do content last year, but when I was watching content last year, everyone was telling me, it's Arsenal's season to win. It's Arsenal's season to win. But everyone forgot about Liverpool, because I'm thinking, hold on, the season before, Liverpool was competing for a trophy. They fell off with 5 games to go. So the next season, it's Arsenal to win it. It makes no sense to me.
A lot of things in the football, the tribalism stuff. Yeah, go
ahead. I know, but that's what I'm saying, bro. No one ever wants to be realistic. There are 3 teams competing, but everyone tries to discredit Liverpool. Obviously, on a Sloth, first season in the Premier League, we're not expecting him to go on and win the Premier League, but he's clearly a rated manager for them to bring him in and them to think he can take over Klopp and take him further. You don't bring a manager into the club if you're going to think he's going to regress you. So it makes no sense to me why people are out there screaming Liverpool shouldn't have won it. It's Arsenal's to win it. And then if you look at the way the season went, Liverpool went on a run. So Arsenal didn't deserve to win it because we didn't go on a run. So it's got nothing to do with, what do you think? How I take it is game by game and season by season, because honestly, everything, how I look at it, everything, like, what's the right way to put it? Like,
Mm.
there's I won't say a reason. Everything happens for a reason, but kind of. You get what I mean? We haven't gone on to win the Premier League for whatever reason. You can blame that on the refs. You can blame that on Arteta. You can blame that on the Cronkies. Bro, there's multiple reasons as to why. But then to come out and say it's the brother that has actually progressed the club makes no sense to me. Because, like, we talk
You do
about...
realize though as well, just quickly, you do realize that we was never 8th until Arteta was our manager. You do realize that though, innit? Like
But hold on.
that is made up. We was
What
never
do you
8th.
mean? What do you mean we was never 8th? So,
We was
so
never
are you gonna
finished
sit
in
there and tell
8th
me you
place.
was happy with Emery? You're gonna sit there and tell me you was happy with Emery?
Listen, what I'm gonna tell you is that this whole Marvel, what if he brought us from Bognor Regis, now we're in Jamaica, it's a myth, bro, because he's done well and he's progressed the club, but the first 3 seasons was 8th, 5th.
All right. So
he won the FA Cup. I'm just saying, bro. Listen, and like I said,
My
I
bad.
was with him at the beginning. I'll let you come back in and I'll shut up. But like I said, this whole myth that we was in 8th, like we never finished in 8th, innit? We finished 5th with Emery. We got to the Europa League final. We got thumped, and everyone was like, "Oh, because we got thumped, it's not good enough." But like for me, when everyone says that, I think it's just they quickly go to that and say, "Look at where he's brought us from," like it was so bad. Even the last 5 years of Wenger. 3 FA Cups, constant Champions League. Like it wasn't as muddy as people make out. But sorry, I'm sorry to get. I was cutting you mid flow.
No, I don't think you cut in. No, there's no problem. And look, you see, and this is why I love football, because everyone has a different opinion. You just said to me you don't think that Wenger's last 5 years was bad because consistent Champions League and FA Cups. In my personal opinion, it was terrible, bro. We've been going through that for literally 18 years, bro. Like, forget about the FA Cups that we kept on winning just to make it seem like, oh, we're doing something. Everyone was tired of the FA Cups. What we needed was Wenger to take us back to competing for the trophy, not competing for top 4, which is what Wenger did up until he lost it, and now started competing for Europa League. Sorry. Then we now go on to Emery. Yeah, you stated Emery didn't have us 8th, but bro, none of that even really matters. He took us to the Europa League final to get us smoked by Chelsea. I'm sorry, get this guy out of here. I don't want to be seeing man go to a final and get moved to by local rivals, bro. We got bro, it was embarrassing, bro. Nah, and on top of that, the whole when Emery went on this unbeaten run where we didn't actually win any games, we were just drawing, bro. We drew like 10 out of 18 games or something like that. It was a ridiculous run, and people were talking about unbeaten. The brother did nothing for us, bro. The brother did nothing.
You realize we drew 14 last season, innit? 10, we dropped points 10 from 10 times in winning positions. You do realize that, innit? And you do realize as well.
Okay. And
one battering. How many? For me, there's been loads of times, that Arteta should have been sacked in his 5 years, because it's half a decade, bro. Half a decade. Do you get me? It's not just like he's only just got it. He spent a lot of money, yeah. I'm just saying.
He spent a lot of money. I don't think he spent a lot of money. I think this narrative of man spending a lot of money is absolute bullcrap, bro.
How?
Bro, what do you mean? Chelsea spent 2 billion in 2 seasons. Man has spent 1 billion in 6 years. Where's the comparison?
He spent more money than any other Arsenal manager in history, bro. He has.
And then, sorry. Finish your sentence.
He spent more money than any other Arsenal manager in history, bro.
Hold on, but that's because of how the club is run, and that's because of times, bro. That's got nothing to do with the manager, bro. The club has been run in a traditional manner for literally centuries. They didn't give Wenger money. They didn't give Graham money. They didn't give what's his name? My man, Emery money like him. Of course, they gave him 72 million for Pepe, but bro, you can't compare different times to talking about, they gave my man money, bro. They weren't gonna give him Graham, whatever his name is.
Graham.
Yeah, George Graham. They weren't gonna give George Graham 500 million back then, because 500 million was unimaginable, bro. So it doesn't matter if he's the most manager who spent more money, bro. It not like all of this stuff is just used to make it seem like he's
But you're downplaying $1 billion. All right, let's talk about the modern game. Let's talk about right now. Has Tottenham been spending like we have in the last however many years? Has I don't know, West Ham, because they're still in the modern game, they're in the Premier League. Obviously, there's different levels, yeah. We've got the highest ticket in the game.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind our last win in anything was half a decade ago. In Europe, Arsenal, Tottenham, and Fulham. I don't know why Tottenham and Fulham are there, to be fair. I'm going to be honest. But Arsenal's there, like, as the highest ticket. In my lifetime, yeah, I'm 41 years old, big man. Yeah, in my lifetime, yeah, I've seen Arsenal do so many things. So to hear that we don't get beat by top 6 teams anymore, that means nothing to me. The reason why I mentioned Wenger's 5 years, the last 5 years, is because that was considered his worst. Do you know what I'm saying? But his last 5 years, the only reason I mentioned that is because the last 5 years, he was still doing more than what this manager's done with his 5 years.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't, bro. Bro, he wasn't. I have to disagree with that.
3 FA Cups, how not? How not?
3 FA Cups in his last 5 years.
Yeah.
That's what Wenger had.
That's what he had, bro. Constant Champions League. Constant Champions League.
Constant Champions League to be getting battered by Bayern Munich every year.
Bro,
constant Champions League. That's what
you've just said. Yeah, hold on. You've just said that you wouldn't sack him if we finished second or whatever. For me personally, yeah, I think the board wouldn't sack him if we finished 4th and we made Champions League because of the money that it gets. Yeah, I don't think the board would sack him. I don't think they would. Yeah, I would. Yeah,
and
you're saying it's the same thing. The Champions League money that the Cronkies have come here for. You understand? So if we don't make the Champions League, if we're not selling out with all of these merch and all of the other stuff that we do, I've never seen so much merch released in my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that's cool. But if we're winning on the pitch, then no one can complain about nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, go on. Say what you was going to say. Go on.
No, the thing is, yeah, like, people might think I'm on this backing Arteta thing, because I'm actually not really. I'm like, my thing is, like, fans have to be leveled, and most fans are on 2 extremes. That's my thing. Maybe it's the fact that, I'm more the Cronkies out, because as far as I see it, the Cronkies took over the club and the club went downhill. Nothing else, bro. We can't blame it on Wenger. We can't blame it on Arteta, bro. It's literally them, man, refuse to invest. You have the Cronkies that own a club, and then they go and recruit 2 novices in Edu and Mikel Arteta to work together. I think that's absolute madness. Yeah. So if you're recruiting people who don't know anything about the job, of course it's going to take longer than it does when you recruit certain people that do know things about the job, like Andre Berta has shown us. What Andre Berta has shown us in one window, in my personal opinion, has surpassed everything Edu has done in his life. Forget about, literally, I couldn't care about Edu right now. For me, his invincible stats has been stripped off, bro. Like, no joke. I swear to God, Edu, I don't like that guy anymore, because what that guy done to our club is the reason why bare people talk about here screaming, Arteta, because it's clear that the players that Arteta likes, they've always been really good. But then you come out here, fans come out here and talk about, Arteta wanted Vieira, Arteta wanted Lokonga, Arteta wanted this, because 1 or 2 players flop. But bro, who's signing off on the contracts, bro? Is it not the bloody Edu, fam? Is it not Edu paying Martinelli 180 a week? Is it not Edu doing all of this stuff? So my thing is, why are we not looking at the person who's signing the contracts, bro? Not the person who's in charge of coaching these guys. Like, half of these players are dead weight. So get the dead weight out and get some right recruitments in. And Andre Berta, this season, for me personally, this is the first season I thought that Arsenal actually recruited in the right manner and all ways. Because before the transfer window started, I said to myself, I want Arsenal to sign 8 or 9 players, bro. And that was me dreaming, bro. Can you think about that, bro? I literally said I need Arsenal to sign 8 or 9 players, and it actually happened. On top of that, at least 5 of those players that were signed out of the 8 are good players, not dead weight, bro. So I don't know why everyone thinks to blame Arteta for everything that goes wrong. Obviously, he makes some silly decisions sometimes, like Moreno CAM against Liverpool and Man City. But at the same time, bro, let's be for real, bro. The brother has shown that he knows how to beat the big teams, no matter what. So sooner or later, you're going to get over the line. And obviously, there's the sooner or later. Oh, when is it gonna happen? But bro, things take time, bro. Look at Chelsea. Everyone's rambling on about Chelsea. I'm here thinking, oh, Chelsea should compete. Chelsea been looking like a joke thing recently.
I know, and they've still been winning trophies. You know, they're only 2 wins away from being the third biggest club in England, bro. 2 trophies.
Which is crazy. But, bro, that's what happens when you have 20 years of decline, bro. We had 20 years of decline.
Sorry to just cut you, my bro. Sorry, Bailey. Sorry to just cut you, man. Big up. I think is it Durag Diaries? I think we just had a raid. Big up to George each and every time, man. Big up to you, my bro. I really appreciate that. Obviously, it's Under the Lens. Everyone that's just come in, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the guest. His name is in the description and his link is pinned. Obviously, you know, you might not agree with everything being said, but be respectful. You know what I'm saying? And listen. Try and listen to hear. And to understand rather than just to listen to hear, yeah. So big up everyone, big up Martin Tap. Let me just get through a couple comments and then I'll come straight back to you, my bro. He said, big up Views, great win yesterday. More intent passing, was quicker, played for the win and got what we deserve for being more positive rather than going for the draw and being cowardly. Big up to you, Martin Tap. Yeah, agree with most of that. Arteta factually put us in 8th. Yeah, that's what I was saying before, but we'll move on from that one. Rice and Timber played well too. Yeah, Rice, when he went into that 6, I was really liking that. We'll talk about that. And Timber was my man of the match. He was amazing yesterday. Big up AJ. He's bigging up Martin. Big up, man. Bailage, 21 wasted winnable trophies in a row. Well, that's what I'm saying. So obviously, when we get back to you, I just want to know, like, for what would be, and then we'll move on to other questions. Like, what would be enough for you? Like, forget what the fans and what the board, Bailage. What you know, when will Bailage have enough? So we're gonna get to that in just a moment, my G. Let's just try and move on. Big up Nems, bro. You ain't told me why there's LFC in your name yet, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? You better hurry up and expect immediately. Like Sully from top immediately. Explain that to me, bro, or that wrench is going, bro. Big up to them, though, man. Here's his link. Make sure you're subbing to all these guys. And like I said, big up to Durag Diaries for the raid. We are eternally grateful over here. He's doing big things, so make sure you sub to him, sub to this channel, and sub to Bailage as well. So yeah, let me just get back to you then. Like I said, what is it going to be for you then? Because obviously you're saying patience. It's been half a decade. Like we are close, but it kind of feels like he might be like the, you know, like Brendan Rodgers time. Like you done it for me. You've brought it to the level, but you just can't cross the line. Maybe we need a Klopp to come through. That's, you know, more my opinion than yours. But what is it going to take for Baelish to say we need a new face now?
I think visible regression, and like when I say visible regression, I mean, it's clear when we're in the Champions League, we're not going past the quarters or the group stage or something. Get him out. Top 4, we're only making top 4, or we're struggling to get top 4. Get him out. FA Cup, we can't even win the trophy or get to the final. Get him out. Like those are the reasons. Like, bro, I need a trophy. As much as people might think, oh, man's on the fence, I need a trophy, bro. It's been so long. As someone said, Emery run 22 unbeaten games, 16 wins and 6 draws. 16 wins and 6 draws.
Yeah, AJ's a diehard over here. That's what I say. You're not gonna get agreeable people over here. But like I said, it's your Under the Lens. We don't want it to be an echo chamber, innit? And we want to hear from the other side. We want to hear. Do you know what I'm saying?
And this is why I appreciate you. This is why I appreciate you, Views, because literally one thing about this YouTube thing I've been realizing is that everyone seems to be on have the same mindset. Or if you don't have the same mindset, no one wants to chat to you. I'm thinking, bro, how does this make any sense, bro? People are meant to have different opinions.
Right.
What's the point? We're meant to have conversations, bro.
Exactly that. So it's your time, bro. So I'm gonna try and obviously, be quiet as much and let you get off, bro. Whatever, it's a safe space. You get me? But like I said, so for you, it's like visible regression, yeah.
Visible regression, bro. And why I say that is because, in my opinion, although we haven't won the trophy yet, there's been visible progression, bro. Yes, last year in the Premier League, we drawed how many games? 14 games. We stayed second all season and we didn't compete. But look at what we did in the Champions League. No one expected us to beat Real Madrid 5-1. No one expected us to the team to win the trophy should be Liverpool. Not Liverpool. Should be PSG. The only team that we didn't beat. The only team that we didn't beat was the team that won the trophy. So if we actually be realistic sometimes, guys, and just take a chill pill without saying get this guy out because man hasn't won a trophy. But then again, we didn't win a trophy 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Man are complaining about the same thing that they've been living over for the last 20 years. Bro, let's be for real. The better is progressing the club. It might be slow, but slow progress is better than no progress. And that's my point. We talk about winning a trophy. We need a trophy. Liverpool didn't get their first Premier League trophy for 30 years, bro. 3-0. I know Arsenal on a 21-year run right now. We're on a 21-year run right now. But do you know what I hope? I hope United continue on their run because they're on a 12-year run right now. So people need to understand, cycles happen. Cycles happen. Hopefully our cycles finishes in the year 22. You know what I'm saying? It's done. We finish our cycle year 22 and we start winning trophies again. And then, you know what I mean? The next Bantner club is United. They're hopefully going another 20 on the 20-year run, 8 more years. Because trust me, that's what I'm hoping for, bro. Me looking at United right now under Amorim, if they keep Amorim, United's getting relegated. That's my personal opinion. So, or he keeps them in that Bantner era. So, as far as I'm concerned, obviously we need to change. Arteta definitely needs to win a trophy. But yeah, man, if we even, I don't even want to move too fast, but let me know when you want to talk about the game, yesterday's game, because one there.
We'll get into that real soon. Obviously, like I said, it's only going to go for about an hour, so we do obviously need to move it on, and we will get to that. Let me ask you about the Champions League then, because you're talking about visible regression, and I asked this one because last season it was the semi-finals, the season before that it was the quarters. So surely it must be the final this year, right?
I mean, obviously you would hope. You know what I mean? You would hope. Bro, you can't. No one can go out and say you're gonna go win the Champions League, bro. You can't go out and say it.
I know. But then when we don't go and do that, because I don't think we're gonna go and do it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, in terms of the whole, visible.
No, I believe we can go on and do it with what Arteta showed us last season. I believe we can go on and do it because if we look at the new format for the Champions League, everyone was raving about this new format. I'm thinking, people were predicting Arsenal to not even be in the top 8. And I'm thinking, this is absolutely ridiculous, in my personal opinion anyways. And then we finished third in the table, only to finish third and then basically finish third throughout the whole entire Champions League. So it's like everyone's making a big deal out of things that don't even matter. New Champions League format. Where's Arsenal going to finish? Where's Arsenal going to go? Bro, all Arsenal need to do is win their games. Do what they did last season. You win your games and you can go further. It's as simple as. And I honestly believe, one thing Arteta has done for me, right? Maybe it's because I like other sports as well. And I like a bit of basketball, right? And in basketball, they usually say defense wins championships, right? So my thing is, Arteta has shown that we are an extremely capable defensive team. When I say that, that means we're very hard to be beat. It's very hard to beat us, bro. You complain that, last season we drew 14 games. Bro, why didn't we lose 14 times, bro? Because we can't get beat. Even if the team was lackluster, even if we were short of players last year, and even if majority of our good players were out. Players like Saka, players like Gabriel, players like Odegaard. Even if they're out, we're still capable of beating bare teams, or we're capable of not losing, which personally I think is what brings you championships. If you have a solid defense moving forward, then bro, you're not gonna get beat. And that's just my opinion, isn't it? Like,
yeah, listen, and we're all entitled to it, bro. That's like I said, and it's your show. Obviously, there's lots of things I don't agree with, but like I said, it's interpretation as well, isn't it? But some things are facts and some things are interpretation. Some people might look at the 14 and say that's 18 games we've dropped points in the league, it's not good enough. Other people like yourself will look at it and say, well, we haven't managed to get beaten all those times. So, you know, the facts of the matter is there was 14 draws, and then it's down to everyone else to interpret that. Do you know what I mean? Whether that's a good or a bad thing. Big up DG2, he's saying the KSC and Wenger last 10 years has cost Arsenal over the last 15 years. But like I said, if you go and check out the stats, and I think AJ put it in there, let's have a look. Arsene Wenger last 5 years, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 3 FA Cups, 1 League Cup final loss, 1 Europa League semi-final loss, no money with no money as well to back him. That was his last.
Pause it on that one. Pause it on that one. Because look, AJ, right? AJ, he says Arsene Wenger last 5 years, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Bro, he literally went down every year. Like, I'm so confused here. That's visible regression, bro. And man are talking about man needs to win a trophy. Win a trophy. It's not all about a trophy.
Do you think second is more important than winning a trophy then?
No, I don't think second is more important than winning a trophy. I think showing that you're able to compete consistently is more important than finishing second, third, fourth, fifth, and winning an FA Cup, bro. Like, because you know how
if you do it consistently, like what we've just done, my bro, 3 years we just done the three-peat second, 3 years in a row, we just done it. If we finish second this time, and winning nothing though, bro.
It's not the first time in our history where we've done second 3 times in a row.
No, I know that. It was in the 30s as well. But I'm just saying, right? So you just said about showing the consistency, right? We've just done it 3 times in a row. How many more times do we need to do that? But before a trophy actually becomes important? Because like I said, it's half a decade. For a club that's our size, how can we just be happy to finish second and not win?
No one's happy. No one is happy finishing second in a row.
I'm not happy. Kind of bigging it up though, just a bit.
No, how am I bigging it up? Because people are trying to tell me third, fifth, and sixth is better because man are winning a trophy.
No, do you know why? Yeah, because we won 3 FA Cups, bro.
That's not better, bro. Bro, what's an FA Cup, bro?
All right. Let's try and I love this as well. Let's try and word this a little bit differently. Yeah, 5 years span.
Yeah.
3 FA Cups.
Yeah.
Is that not successful for you?
Look, okay. The reason why I would say it's not successful, number one, is because FA Cup is obviously like the main trophy in your league, right? Apart from the
league itself.
Apart from the Premier League, the table one. So what's most important in winning in your nation? It's the Premier League. It's the main trophy, not the second trophy, which is basically what you people are excited over. Man are excited over winning the FA Cup. FA Cup does nothing for us, bro, especially in Europe. If we were finishing second, third, fourth, and then we won the Champions League all those seasons, that's a different story. Man's not sitting down talking about FA Cup. No one cares about the FA Cup, bro. People only care about the Champions League and the Premier League.
That must be a modern thing, bro. The FA Cup is our cup. That's a massive trophy to me.
No, look, Views. I agree with you. But look, you're talking about important trophies. Look, everyone's talking about, look, no one said to us, Arteta won the FA Cup 5 years ago. Let's allow him. No one said that. But man are using Wenger's FA Cups to back him, bro. It's the bullshit.
Bro, he's been allowed for half a decade. He's still living off that credit.
He hasn't been allowed anything,
he's
bro.
Still
been allowed.
He's still. What do you mean? What is he? He's still here. He's an amateur. He's got no CV. You get me? Like all he's done.
He's an amateur that's done better than 90% of the friggin' Premier League managers, bro.
By just finishing second, yeah.
I'm so confused. How many men can just finish second? Tell me. How many men have done it,
bro? What is the aim of the game?
The aim of the game is to win. So who gets you closer to winning? Someone that's finishing second.
Right, but if you never
hold on,
it's like edging. It's like edging. If you never get to do your thing, bro, like you're gonna go home with blue balls. You understand what I'm like? How long does it take for Baelish to have blue ball? Big pause, but I'm just saying, yeah. And I love this back and forward, bro. That's why it's not a problem to have man like you to come on here, bro, and talk your shit in it. I'm just saying, how long is it? Do you know what I'm saying? Because you're saying visible regression, like so, just finishing like say I don't know 4th, like and winning nothing. That's
visible regression, bro. That's visible regression.
Yeah? That's too much for you. Okay, and what's your realistic hopes for Arsenal then in the Champions? And we're gonna get onto the Newcastle game
in the Champions League.
Yeah. Realistic hope. I'm not saying final. I'm just saying what's your take on it?
To get to where we got to last season and go further. That's my realistic hope. Yeah. It's simple as. It's literally simple as. The brother has shown me this team is capable of doing what they did in the Champions League with no striker, with a lackluster team where bare man weren't available, hardly any man. People are forgetting the team that we had, bro. And man are talking about, oh, Real Madrid had a crap team. No, what do you mean, bro? They had a solid team, the same players that have been winning trophies for them. But everyone forgets about. Or everyone tries to discredit Arsenal and tell us, oh, it's because of the Real Madrid team. It's got nothing to do with the Real Madrid team, bro. We smoked them with no striker. No, like, what's I'm talking about? A Saka that just come from injury, bro. Like.
And then what? And then what do we do?
We have to go on and win it. But that's you asked me about Champions League. We have to go further or go and win it. I mean, and only going further is getting to the final and winning it. That's the only way.
Yeah. And that's the only reason I asked you that question, big man, is because of obviously the whole progression thing and it being visible, it's going to be very hard to progress in that cup unless we literally, because that's the only step left. Do you know what I'm saying? Something that we've never done before. Do you get it? So, and I actually think, let me ask you just quickly before we talk about the Newcastle game, about how we play. Yeah, how we play. I think our tempo probably suits the Champions League more than the Premier League. If we play like we played against Newcastle in the first half, then maybe that can change. But as of right now, I feel like our tempo suits the Champions League more. I just don't know if we're going to be able to get to the final. But are you impressed with how we're playing, bro? Arsenal Football Club, like the style of play.
In the first 6 games, has been 6 games, right?
Yeah.
6 games. In the first 6 games, I've only been impressed with 1 game.
Okay, which one was that, bro? The Newcastle one.
Yesterday's game.
I've
only been impressed with 1 game, and
let's segue into that then, because obviously you're wanting to talk about that. So yeah, man, let's go on.
Perfect. Like I said, yeah, the only game that impressed me out of the first 6 games have been Arsenal versus Newcastle. And the reason being is because if we take into consideration the performances over the last 5 games, so first game against Man United, we got played out of the park, but obviously we won, right? The Leeds game, I didn't expect anything less than 5-0, literally, bro. I get these guys out of here.
That's what it should be, yeah.
It's simple as. So I'm not impressed by that, bro. They did exactly what they needed to do. Facts. Then you go to Liverpool. My man feels a joke man team. That being said, we didn't lose to being played off the park. We lost to a wonder goal. So a terrible performance, but hey, it was a wonder goal. So man can actually just give it a chill pill on that one. You get what I'm saying? I can give it a chill pill with the Liverpool game. Man City, not great. That performance was terrible. Because of what Manfield did, right? But like I told you, Arteta seems to learn. And he always seems to learn on his third I'm telling you, bro. I don't know what it is, but like maybe it's my ADHD and man just knows how to notice things, bro. I swear to God. But this brother, he does things 3 times in a row. If it doesn't work for him, that's when he changes it, which is exactly what he done against Newcastle. Bro, my man played Eze. Come
Big
on,
up to Jez, man.
Jez.
Big up to Jez's Arsenal, man. Big up legend in
Literally.
the building. Big up to Jez. Congrats on 10K again. Everyone tell Jez congrats in the chat. Big up to Jez, man. Sorry, obviously
No,
continue.
big up Jez, man. Big up Jez. But yeah, bro. What was I?
He was talking about the style of play in that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, against Newcastle, my man fields Eze, Zubimendi, and Rice, and then Gyökeres up front, Saka, and Trossard. I'm not going to lie to you. That was perfect formation. That's literally what we've been screaming for ages. And he put Eze in the 10 with Rice and Zubimendi behind him in the pivot. That's exactly what we've been talking about for literally weeks on end. Weeks on end. Exactly what the fans have been wanting to see. Now, everyone has seen those players play together yesterday. Look how they performed from the get-go. I know we conceded a goal in the first half, but at no point in that first half did I think, oh, we're not going to score. At no point did I think, oh, we're playing terribly. You know what I'm saying? These men were out and having shots. Eze, 2 shots on goal. Like, it was different. The play was different. The tempo was different. It's exactly what Arsenal fans have been screaming for. And I remember saying this literally a couple of days ago on the show that I was on. And I was saying, because I think Mon, they asked me, what do you expect against Newcastle? Do you expect Arsenal to win? And I said, yes, I expect us to win. Of course, I expect us to win. People were telling me, going to a place like Newcastle, St. James's Park is going to be tough. Yes, it's going to be tough because we've been beaten there 3 times in a row. And what did I say to you about Arteta? He gets slapped 3 times. He knows how to change it. He changed the whole formation, bro. He changed.
We just done the second 3-peat, yeah. So what are you saying? This is it, yeah. Michael Jackson says,
"This is it, bro. We've done actually. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna stick by it. 3 times second in a row. 3 times second in a row. We win it this year, bro. Bun it.
Yeah, that's it. This is it.
I don't even care, bro.
Yeah, say less, bro. Say less. No, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Let me just big up Durag Diaries again, man. Really appreciate the raid, George. Big up to everyone in the chat. AJ for putting everyone's link in, doing the good Lord's work, getting those GNA up nice and early. So big up to him. Big up DA. Big up Mike. Big up all the guys in the building, man. I know you lot are not going to agree with everything, but that's why we have Bailage over here, man. He can come and chat, talk his shit and give us the other side of the coin, like that. He said, can you ask him, please ask him, does he agree with the manager learning on the job when he never qualified in the first place to work for us? Is that our Arsenal standard? It's a question for you, my friend. I mean, it's going to be tough over here, Bailage, bro. It's going to be tough, bro.
Can I agree with that? I can't agree with it. Whoever, I can't remember his name. I can't agree with that. But with what this, what do you call it, unproven manager has shown us, DA, what this unproven manager has shown us is that, bro, he's learning on the job. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'd rather have a brother learning on the job and competing than a brother not competing. It's just simple as that. I don't know. I don't know what other way to put it. It's either, bro, show us that you can do the job, and he has shown us that he can do the job. Because people come here and say Arteta hasn't won a trophy. He's won the FA Cup. People say, oh, literally before we won the FA Cup, oh, can you get into top 4? He got us into top 4 via competing. Now the question is, can you win? Can you go over the line? Well, he might get there sooner or later. Give the brother some time. I don't know.
He was getting so well up until that bit. But big up Bailey's, man, every time, bro. Big up, and just saying coming second at the end of the season's first failure. Well, yeah, exactly. When it keeps happening over and over and over. See, look, I won't be disingenuous. Like, what I will say is this: yeah, if you are like the 8th, 6th, 7th, 10th, you get me. You have a good season. You challenge, but you don't quite make it. You hit second. You can say, look, we had a good season. Do you know what I'm saying? We just missed out. But like I said, it's when you just keep hitting your head against the thing. But one thing, and I'll shut up. One thing you've said though that I haven't heard many people say, yeah, because many people on this side of the fence don't agree that Arteta learns enough. But you said that he learns after the 3rd time, so 4th time, not 3rd time lucky, 4th time lucky now. Yeah, just like you said with the Newcastle thing, we've just been second 3 times in a row. Like this is it now, isn't it? This is this is it. This
is
season,
it.
this is the
Bro,
fourth.
on my channel views, I've said the exact same thing. I'm not even gonna front. I've said the same thing. Arteta needs to win this season, bro. And from what he's shown me and my ADHD putting the 2 and 2 together, that's the only thing that's making sense, bro. That's the only thing that's making sense.
Oh my days. All right, man. All right. Well, listen, man. Fucking obviously got through most of my questions, and obviously, like I said, the Newcastle game was very good. Just going back to that quickly, I was very impressed with the first half. You get me? And like I said, yeah. The only thing is obviously these are the things, like you said, that we've been calling for week in, week out. Do you know what I'm saying? Make the right team selection, have players in their right positions, let the handbrake off, and then I'm sure that will keep everyone on the straight and narrow in terms of the fan base and the division. So for me now, though, right, it's one game. It's a great game. Like you said, for me, it's probably the best 45 minutes I've seen this season. For me, 100%. Second half, we had great mentality to keep going, but I felt like we slightly regressed a little bit. But like I said, great mentality to keep going and finally doing something that we haven't done. It was a must win for me. It was a must win. Yeah, a draw wouldn't have been good enough. Yeah.
Facts.
So, like I said, man, this literally for me, like this, like I said, this has to, like you said, 3 years in a row.
I got a question for you. So if we get second, this whole second thing everyone keeps screaming about. If we get second and we win the FA Cup, is that acceptable for you?
For me, no. But only because he's been here so long. But at the same time, if he did it, I know that the Kroenke, like if he did it, he's finally done something we've been asking him to do, right? So let me tell you where I stand, right? For me, all I'm doing from now on in is I'm just gonna have my side of the defense. I'm gonna have your side of the defense. People in the middle. I just want to hear everyone's opinion. But me, I'm just doing the cameraman stuff because what we can all agree on is that this squad right now, as of 2025, is good enough to win something, right? It's good enough to leave with something, right? Okay. Yep. All I've been asking you to do is win. If you won me that Carabao Cup last season, yeah, the one where we got to the semi-final, I flagged the final of that cup. I saw the cup. I was there looking at it, like right in front of it, yeah? I was jealous that we weren't there. I'm not saying that's enough after all the time. I'm not saying that we shouldn't go on to win the league or the champs. I'm just saying the team that you've put together, let's instill a winning mentality into them. That would have been good enough last season. This season, to only win the FA Cup is not going to be good enough. If you win the cup double, then I'll say give him another season. If you win me a major, I'll say give him another season. But if you just finish second again with nothing, then you've got to go. And that even includes the FA Cup. Do you know what I'm saying? Because of it's been half a decade, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's where I stand on it. So a lot of Arsenal fans have been saying, no, just like you said earlier, I don't really care about the FA Cup. We need to win a major now. Champs, Premier League. I've heard a lot of Arsenal fans say that, and that's not a problem. I'm just saying you can't expect us to go from nothing to winning everything without instilling a winning mentality. And coming second every year, you're the bridesmaid. That's not.
Hold on. So everyone agrees that you have to win to instill a winning mentality. But how do you compete? You compete by consistently competing. Like you can't just go for like if we didn't compete. I mumbled up my words there. If we didn't compete, right, what we would be is a Leicester. We would have won the trophy and get relegated 5 seasons later down the line, or we would have regressed and started competing for Europa League. What Arteta has shown, or what the players have shown. Forget about Arteta. What the players have shown is that they're able to compete at a high level. And the highest level, to the point where they've only been 1 or 2 points away from winning a trophy. So if you're showing me that you're literally that close to winning a trophy, the next best thing to do is to cross the line. And I'm sorry, but I do believe Arteta can show us that he is going to cross the line with these players. Now,
every time we get to pressure, bro, we crumble. We wasn't expected to beat Real Madrid, and we did it. We done amazing in that. Then we went to PSG. Then we went to PSG and played like, bro, it was so flat. It was like Keira Knightley's top half, bro. It was so flat.
Well, that wasn't. Oh no.
That's pressure, bro. Semi-final of the Carabao Cup, dog walked.
But everyone has a different opinion with the PSG game. The way PSG play is different to the way Arsenal could cope. bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like and that's why Chelsea won against PSG in the whatever that fake cup that they made.
The World Club, whatever.
Yeah, the Club World Cup, whatever you want there, whatever they want to call that trophy. That's why Chelsea won, because Maresca. When I was chatting to the Chelsea fans, they said Maresca changed his system. Thank you, Hammers Football, man. Like they said, Maresca changed his system to face PSG, which is what Arteta should have done against PSG, because PSG are an all-out attack team. Everyone on the PSG attacking line can literally stand you up one-on-one. So when you have players like that in your team all around the field, from left wing, right wing, attacker, CAM, like, bro, when you have everyone on the team that can play one-on-one, it's a different ball game. So I honestly believe Arteta wasn't ready for PSG. That's just my opinion. I just think
no, and everyone's welcome to it, bro. And that's why I said it's not an echo chamber over here, and we don't have to agree. Everyone has to think for themselves, innit, and interpret everything for themselves. For me, I interpret it as flat. For me, like after the first 20 minutes, we was knackered, and then you played most of our players for like 80 plus minutes, like 3 days before, and Enrique rested his whole team. Like, how would you explain that?
You know what's mad about that PSG game? Because I know you might not even sound crazy right now, but I remember because I was doing reports over the summer on the transfer window. Timber went on a podcast, or the Dutch podcast, to tell the Dutch people or the Dutch fans that Arteta played him when he wasn't fit against PSG. So think about that now, bro. Arteta, we had players playing that weren't fit all around the field, all over the field, bro. It wasn't just, Timber. Bro, Timber didn't even train. Arteta just slapped him on, bro, because we needed him. Because there was no one else to play right back. Not even Partey.
Right. See, that's what I mean about interpretation, bro, because that's how you've seen it. Like, we just have to slap you on because we need him. We're struggling in other areas, blah, blah, blah. For me, I see it like you haven't kicked a ball all week. You can barely walk or whatever. That's what you were saying. So you're cold. I wouldn't even involve you in the squad. Do you understand? So it's just interpretation, bro.
But then if we don't have anyone, because we didn't have anyone. Remember, people were complaining Partey playing right back all season, but Partey couldn't play right back against Desiree Doué. Hell to the no. So it had to be someone who possibly had legs. And the only person we had was Timber, but he wasn't even fit.
So what was the logic behind playing them, like I said, for 80 plus minutes? Because you remember, innit, we played like 3 days before the PSG game, and most of our players played, and Enrique rested his whole team.
We didn't have the players, bro. People are forgetting. Like we literally, like, everyone chooses to ignore.
No, we don't, because we didn't field kids, bro. We had the players, bro. Arteta just don't trust a lot of them, bro. That is the facts. Just like now, we can both agree that Eze is probably our best number 10. Yeah, maybe you might not agree, or maybe you
facts.
When Odegaard's ready to come back in, he's gonna go right back into his position, bro. Like, regardless of anything. Do you know what I mean? It's things like that. It's just all I want him to do, bro, Bailey, is just be competent, bro. Just competition, not cover. Just things like that. So playing all of our team, you're saying there was no players. There was. We had, everyone said we had 4 left backs. Well, in reality, bro, we had midfielders. Zinchenko's not a left back. Lewis Skelly's not a left back. Like, there was options, but he don't want to use them, bro. We sit down there every week coming up with ways that he can change the team. And every week he wouldn't do it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, this is another thing. That's why I guess this is why I don't agree with most fans, because most fans come out here talking like you just said the same thing to man, talking about Zinchenko is not a left back. How is Zinchenko not a left back? Where did he play at City, bro? At City, no. At City, he played in a left back position, When he played for Arsenal, when Arteta brought him over, he played in a left back position. So this whole thing that he's not a left back makes no sense to me. He hasn't been playing CAM for literally how many years? So what's this whole excitement that he's not a left back? Same thing with Miles Lewis Skelly. Miles Lewis Skelly is not a left back. I'm sorry. As a young professional, he's played CAM. I mean, he's played CM. But as a professional, moved up into the Premier League, the position he broke into the team was left back. So he is a left back, bro. He can play both positions.
Is Moreno a striker then? Bro,
he is, bro. It's a fact. Bro, Moreno's a striker. Let's be for real. Moreno's a striker. Moreno's not. He's not midfielder. Moreno's not. Do you know why he's not midfielder? Because when he's in midfield, he's non-existent.
Is he a CAM?
10. Non-existent, bro.
Is he a CAM, do you reckon? You know, like when, because and the reason I asked you that is because remember when we played Liverpool and everyone was complaining that we're playing 3 CDMs, Arsenal fans were saying he ain't a CDM, he's a CAM. Is he a CAM to you?
No, bro. Sorry, let me say, because maybe my mic cut out.
Right.
Not a midfielder. He is not a midfielder.
Where's he playing for Spain?
Moreno. He's not a midfielder, bro. He's
Where's
a
he playing
striker.
for Spain?
I don't care where he plays for Spain. I don't care. Look, none of that matters to me where he plays for Spain. Where he plays for Arsenal, in the midfield, ineffective in an 8, ineffective in a 10, ineffective in a 6. He does absolutely nothing. But when we put him up front at Arsenal, he scores goals and he assists. So as far as I'm concerned, he's a second striker. And people are so hell-bent on players not changing their positions. I don't understand. These men are professional, bro. You're being paid thousands and millions. You better learn a new position, bro. I don't understand.
Bro, they can't even cross the ball properly. What we talking about, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Bare times we get to we got left foot is on the right foot is on the left. Like, so every time, even Madueke, he's been very positive, since he's been here, right? But every time he gets to the final third, his final pass is dead. Why? Because you're on your weak foot. So it does kind of matter where you're going to play, and you have to make it work. Players like Saka can make it work, Madueke can make it work. But when you do, even Saka in that game yesterday, when you favor your right foot and you've got to get to that byline, you're technically on your weak foot. So they should all be crossing it like Beckham, bro.
Are you going to sit there and tell me Saka's not a right winger? Are you one of those people as well?
He's not an out and out right winger. No, he ain't. So
okay, what's an out and out right winger? So
we're talking about this new inverted thing, because now everyone's changing it. Is he a touchline winger? No, he ain't, because if he's lost his pace. He's lost his pace for one. He doesn't always bomb down and get the crosses in. That's a traditional winger. Yes, the game has changed a little bit with the inversion. But what I'm trying to say is when you do things like that, we're talking about professional players. It don't matter if it's your left or your right. You should be able to kick a ball, right?
Look, how I look at it, right? If you're a professional player, your job is to be effective on the pitch. I don't care where you have trained for 15 years, 20 years, 30. Bro, you could train at that position for 50 years, bro. If I put you in another position and you're effective in that position, you're doing the job you're meant to be doing. So this whole thing that Saka's not a right winger or he's not an out-and-out right winger makes no sense to me. The brother broke through at left back, and he has played right wing for the last 3 seasons, to the point where he's actually been very effective, to the point where you're complaining about Madueke not being effective, because you can see the difference. Madueke runs to the byline and nothing, like no end product. No end product, Madueke. It's lovely on the eye. Everyone's excited. Man are busting a nut because Madueke can run down the wing and, oh my days, beat the defender. Bro, but nothing comes of it. When Saka goes down the wing, Saka's doubled or tripled. And why is Saka doubled or tripled? Because 95% of the time, he's effective with the ball. It's like all this excitement about being a touchline winger, being an inverted winger, being an out-and-out. It makes no sense to me. Your job is to be effective. If you're effective with the ball, as much as Saka, you're doing your job. If you're effective in a striker position as Moreno, you're doing your job. And it's all about doing your job. So that's my thing. I don't care about everyone talking about this, bro. Players should be able to play 2 positions, bro. They should be. Maybe. That's me being excited with this new age football. But I'm sorry, how many players used to be able to play different positions? Players like Milner. Milner's played every position on the field, apart from being a goalkeeper.
No, I don't disagree on that. It's just when you're playing, like I said, when you're trying to lean, like, look at this question from AJ. Why did he get rid of Kieran Tierney? Then for me, that was our best left back at the club because he didn't invert. You know what I'm saying? And everyone wants to talk about unlocking Martinelli. When Kieran Tierney played, he actually did unlock him. He overlapped. He can whip the ball in. When Martinelli got the ball, played it back. Kieran Tierney, first time cross, bang. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, that was what do you think about his treatment and Kieran Tierney? Would you have let him go as well this summer?
I would have let Kieran Tierney go. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's another dead weight people are getting there excited over. The brother hasn't played. The brother doesn't play. The brother's consistently injured, and he gets beat. Man are excited because he runs down the wing and he crosses the ball, bro. It's just excited for no reason, bro. I'm sorry.
That's our whole game, though, innit?
Hmm?
You know that's our whole game. Literally, other than Newcastle yesterday and little flashes here and there, that's literally like 80% of our game, going down the wing and crossing the ball.
Oh, I disagree with that, views. I disagree with that. The reason why I disagree with that is because if you check it, like, no, if I'm sure you do watch the games, but from my point of view, when I'm watching the games, we're consistently passing the ball and we're trying to pass through the team. That's the annoying thing. We're passing too much. I honestly just believe we pass way too much. It's left side, right wing, swing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's literally just so that's what I mean. Everyone sees something different when you're watching a game. You're saying we cross too much. I'm saying we pass too much. Like, I don't know. I want more shots. What I saw from Eze yesterday in that midfield was
more of
amazing.
That. More of that. And I want more stuff going through the middle, Bailey. Like, exactly. Where's the 1-2s? Where's the fluid? Because all we're getting is horseshoe side to side. Let's get it to someone who's going to cross it. Or we rely on Saka because yes, he is a fit. I'm not saying that Saka's a bad player. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that obviously for the way that he plays, because we need to have the overlap, and we do get that with Ben White, because he does get to the byline quite a lot. We are going to need him to be relatively decent on that right foot. And most of the time he is. Not every time, but most of the time. You're right. But that's what I'm trying to say. For me, just like you said, I think you hit the nail on the head. It's interpretation, because for me, I'm seeing way too much of that. And I don't know if you notice, like, whenever we have a transition, like, it always gets slowed down, bruv. Like, I need us to be killers on that transition. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think it's a method to the madness. It's the way Arteta tells them to attack. He doesn't like attackers attacking on their own. He attacks as a team. He defends as a team. That's what Arteta's on. He's literally he doesn't allow players the freedom to do their own thing, which is what everyone's been complaining about. So I mean, I hear it. Trust me, I totally agree with you. Like, it's just it is jarring. It is jarring still.
No, wait, listen, this has been good, man. We've already just gone over an hour. Obviously, time flies when you're having fun. You get me? Like I said, it's not echo chamber over here. It's a safe space. You're an Arsenal fan, you disagree with what I say, and you want to come up here and talk your shit, then it's a safe space, bro. Do you get me? And obviously, we don't have to agree on everything, but we both got different brains, innit? Yeah, we're using our brains, people. Yeah, we're thinking for ourselves. Do you know what I'm saying? So big up Bailey every time, man. Listen, before we finish, man, just tell them a little something about your channel, what people can look out for over there, bro.
Obviously, first of all, big up views. Come on, man. Like, everyone, make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed to Views yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gave me a shout on the channel, obviously. So I really appreciate that. Guys, just to follow me, just straight Bayledge Sports, just BAYLEDGE. Just type that on YouTube. And yeah, man, big Arsenal fan here. Some might say man's on the fence. You know what I'm saying? Some might say I'm Arteta in. You might even say I'm Arteta out, bro. I'm confused myself.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Either on the fence or Arteta in, man. But like I said, it's about balance. And SB always says that to man. It's about balance. You know what I'm saying? So listen, it is. It's about echo chamber. It's about trying to understand. Like I said, if you just say something for the reason of saying it, I can't really. But if you've at least got in your mind like a logical reason as to why you're saying it, like I normally ask people based on what, and they can say, oh well, I base it on this, or that's cool. We don't have to agree. Like, we got different minds, you know what I'm saying? So man, pick yourself up, man. What can people look forward to on your channel, man? What kind of stuff you doing over there, bro?
Obviously, straight watch alongs. I'm trying to do more watch alongs consistently, and then just daily shows, man. Just straight football content at the moment. Obviously, in the future, I'll hope to expand on that. But yeah, man, just trying to get my YouTube journey on the way. And thank you, Jez, man. I watch Jez as well. Still, now this is crazy. Big up the people, man.
Yeah, man. Big up to you, man, and big up AJ. Disagreeing the whole time, but it's huge respect, and that's what we try and do over here. We're not gonna agree. You know what I mean? Even people on my side of the fence, we don't always agree. Do you know what I mean? Because we're using our brains. And that's all I'm going to tell everyone. Do you know what I mean? So great debate. As always, we'll do it again sometime soon, my bro. You know what I mean? Thank you, everyone that's been in the chat. Amazing comments. Sorry, I haven't got to them all. Big up to Jez, big up to Pac-Man, AJ Storm, DA, Mike, Juju's in the house. Too many names to mention, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Gavin's in the house. Big him up. There's loads. Hammers Football TV. Make sure you're subbing to him. West Ham fan. Anthony Herbert. Big up to you, my friend, as well. Legend in these YouTube streets. Listen, big up to all of you guys. True Reds is in the house as well. Legends, man. Big up to all of you guys. We're gonna look for someone we can send you on over to real quick. Like I said, this is streaming on my channel and on Baylich's channel. His name is pinned in the chat. Make sure you click it, subscribe. His name is also in the description. Go and show him all the love, whether you agree or not. A subscription is free and it really shouldn't cost you. Yeah, it shouldn't be anything to go and do that. Let's have a look, man. Boom. We see that BBK is live. So we're going to send you over to the brother that is Taron. Get over there, hit him with reviews and Baylich raid. And yeah, man, we'll do it again, man. Thank you for coming on, Baylich. Big up to everyone in the chat. Peace, people. Peace.